Climate change has hit the village of Niujiahe in China's western Gansu province hard. Water hasn't flowed through these irrigation channels in more than 20 years. Summer temperatures have increased by 10 degrees Celsius since the 1950s, and rainfall is now so scarce that the villagers have been forced to abandon most of their land.
You see over there behind me, where only a few trees grow. That's one of my plots. But only a few years ago, I could plant trees anywhere. They would grow easily. But nowadays, because of drought, this is no longer possible. The 2/3 of my land have become useless.
This is the first rain the village has seen in 8 months, but it will do little to help Niu's crops. The drought has had a dramatic effect on the productivity of his land, which needs to provide for a family of 6. And the government is doing little to help, giving Niu just €15 a year in financial support.
I don't earn enough money to sustain my family needs. It's not the sunflower seeds I sell and the 2 goats I own which are going to help me get out of this situation. The only choice we have is move to the city. I'll become a day laborer and try to make ends meet.
Niu's story is an all too familiar one throughout Gansu. The problems faced by the province's peasant community exacerbated by ineffectual government policy, with much of the cash earmarked for these villages not reaching its destination.
Most of the time, government aid only reaches large rural communities. The problem is, most farmers who directly suffer from the consequences of global warming live in very remote areas scattered throughout the country. So in the end, the money never makes it to those who need it the most.
The Chinese government is aware of the problems facing those most affected by climate change, but says it's overwhelmed and needs the support of the developed world to tackle the problem.
Developed countries should talk less and act more. It's up to them to do what they have to do to reduce greenhouse gases. It's also their duty to help developing countries such as China better adapt to climate change.
China is now the world's largest emitter of greenhouse gases, but says it needs to focus on rural development and growth rather than tackle climate change. However, if the effects of global warming continue to ferment the seeds of social unrest in villages like this, the Communist Party may need to rethink its approach to the environment.